God in heaven above and on the earth below. When the king's men come looking for the spies, she hides them. She lies to the soldiers at her door to protect them. Then she lets the two men down the outside of the city wall through her window, on a rope, because her house was high enough on the wall to make that the only way out. And she asks them for one thing in return. When you come back to take this city, spare my family. The spies agree, and they give her a sign. Tie this scarlet cord in the window you let us down through. Gather your father, your mother, your brothers, everyone you love into this house. And when we come, every soul under this roof, marked by that cord, will live. Here is the part the English cannot quite show you. The word for that scarlet cord, the line she ties in her window, is built on the very same root we have been talking about. It is the hope word made into a thing you can touch. Almost everywhere else in the Hebrew Bible that word gets translated hope. Here, in this one scene, it is a literal rope hanging out a window. Rahab's hope was not a feeling she worked up in her chest. It was red. It was visible. It was knotted to a beam and stretched out toward the army that was coming to save the people inside.
It is worth slowing down on the color too, because the scarlet was not random. Red was the color of blood, and a cord dyed scarlet hanging over a doorway would have whispered something to anyone who knew the story of the Exodus, where blood smeared over a door marked the homes that judgment passed over. Rahab almost certainly did not know that connection, but the people telling her story did, and they left the detail standing. A red line marking a household for rescue, while judgment fell on everyone outside. We will come back to where that points. Think about what she is actually doing when she ties it. She cannot see Israel. They are not there yet. The promise is entirely in the future. By every visible measure, her city is strong, the walls are thick, and the threat is somewhere out beyond the river. And she takes a cord, fastens it to her house, and leaves it hanging in plain view as a daily, public declaration that she is betting everything on a rescue she has not yet seen. Every neighbor who walked past that window could see the red line. She did not hide her hope. She advertised it. That is tikva. Hope you can hold in your hand. Hope tied to the wall. Hope that does not depend on how you feel that morning, because it is not a mood, it is a knot. And it held. The book of Joshua tells us that when the walls of Jericho fell, they came down all the way around the city, except the stretch of wall where one red cord still hung. Rahab and everyone she had gathered walked out alive. Picture that for a second. The whole circuit of the wall collapsing in a cloud of dust and noise, and one section left standing, with a scarlet line moving in the wind, and a family pressed together inside, alive because she believed a promise before she could see it kept. She does not vanish from the story either. She is brought into Israel, she marries an Israelite, and generations later her name turns up in the family records, in the line that runs to David. And then, centuries after that, her name appears again, in the opening pages of the New Testament, in the genealogy of Jesus. A Canaanite prostitute who tied her hope to a wall is listed by name among the ancestors of the Messiah. The Bible does not bury that, it prints it. The woman whose hope you could see hanging out a window